morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to Full Time Sports Network. Welcome to Tony making me switch heads. Arsenal Porto match preview. Because I just noticed in the corner of my eye, I was like, what?
My OCD, you know what I'm saying? The host has to be on one side for me.
I know, I have OCD as well, yeah. Because it's a funny story. My partner asked me to get a couple of orange jellies for a friend at work because it's her birthday and it's like an ongoing joke. And she said a couple. Well, obviously, I had to get free because I've got OCD. Everything's got to be in freeze. I'm like, sorry, love, I've got to get free. Not a couple. Yeah, she's not going to be impressed when she gets home. But I know. But how are we feeling anyway? Brenny, thank you as always, joining us on these previews. How are you feeling about tonight's game?
Hey. Morning all and everyone in the chat. Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, Porto, I don't care what decade you're in here, they've never won here. No. And I think that'll be the same tonight. But me personally, I don't think it's going to be a draw and they go through 2-1 aggregate. But I feel confident about today. It's European games are always different, aren't they, to Premier League? You know, with Premier League, you always tend to find that even this season when teams come to us with a low block, European teams, not really. Yeah. It's like some with European teams, it's like they always tend to want to put on the show. And if the crowd is pumped tonight, and if it could be like the PSV, more impressively the Lens game, I think we'll have no problem going through tonight.
Yeah, I agree. What about you, Tone?
Yeah, I'm with Bobby. Sorry, Brenny. Yeah, I'm with. Listen, you're an all-in-one deal, you two. So it's yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm confident. Of course, I'm confident. Back at home, I think the crowd's going to be up for it. Let's just we hit them early, and that opens the game up, and that'll be beneficial to us. So yeah.
Yeah, and we have got a wonderful guest on the preview, and he's just joined us, so I'll bring him in and ask them the same question. We've got Cole. How are we doing, Cole?
Cole Brooks in the house.
How are we doing? It's been a long time.
Good.
A long time,
how you doing, man? Bless.
Yes, not too bad. Obviously, childcare doing my head in as always, but yeah, it is what it is. No, good to be back. Brenny, long time to see. Good to see you.
How you doing, my man?
Yeah, bless. Tony, Raji, Mercenary for Chargers fans.
I know. We the three together there, Cole. So this will be fun.
So, what was the question, Bobby?
How are you feeling back for tonight's game?
Nervous, very nervous. Partly the reason why we know our European record is woeful, to say the least. The last time, that we progressed out of the last 16 was 2014, I believe. So it's been a very, very long time in European terms. The first leg didn't go according to plan. We played like we played scared, and that's something I don't think that we can do in this second leg. You've just got to go. Just like you've done against Sheffield United, just like you've done against West Ham, get a goal very, very early on in the first 5-10 minutes, put them on the back foot and let them come out to play because, it's the only way you're going to do it. Let's not try and just continue to play sideways ball all game long until we reach the 65th, 70th minute, and then all of a sudden panic will start setting in. So even though at the aggregate, the away goals rule doesn't count anymore, you still can't risk it. You have to take this game by the scruff of the neck, and you just have to kill them off very, very early on. But yeah, I am extremely nervous for this game because our last 3 visits in the last 16 in all European competitions, we've been bunked out the first round.
No, I get it. I get the fear, and I've got to do the watch along tonight, and I'm not confident. I've said to my partner that I want to do it downstairs so I can scream and shout as much as I need to, so I don't keep my son away. Because that's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling nervous, and it's only because, and a lot of people are quite harsh towards Porto. they're a good team. They are a good team. So I'm not going to knock them because they have got some threat. And look, they can hurt us, especially on the counter. And that is what worries me, is the counter. We can dominate that.
They've got moments in them, and that's all they need.
We dominated possession last game, 65%, but they still had some very good chances themselves. So, you know, Van Ilsen is someone that even Arsenal were looking at. So he's a very good striker. Galeno on the left, who obviously got the goal, he was dangerous. Sergio's boy, Francisco, he's very good as well. Pepe, who I actually really, really rate. Their midfield of Varela and Gonzalez. Varela's being linked with Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and all that kind of stuff. So that kind of tells you how good their team is. And Diego Costa, I'm pretty sure there is not a single club that wouldn't turn him down, because he is probably one of the best goalkeepers, arguably, in the world at the moment. I do say arguably, because he is very good. So, you know, I'm not going to knock him. I do think it's going to be tough. I'm more with Cole. I'm slightly worried about our history in this competition when it comes to knockouts. And Arteta, at the moment, and I have to be honest, and Brenny and Tony probably disagree, he hasn't shown that he can handle the European competitions as of yet. He's done well, but he hasn't done enough yet to prove that he can handle this. Because it is, you do need a different mentality for European games than you do for cup games, and to be fair, he's not done very well in the cup either. I'll be honest. But the league, he's getting there. He's doing so much better now. He's managing it. European, I'm still yet to see it. Look, if we smash him 4-0 tonight, then great. Absolutely fine. But he does need to learn that. Right, I want to get into the comments before we start talking about this game a little bit more. Big up to Luke saying morning all. Mad ramblings.
Right.
Say, listen to the Specsavers letter about going to get your eyes checked, mate. But appreciate it, Keith. Anyway, look at that sexy screen. Morning, gents. Morning to you, my friend.
It would be better if Keith was here, to be honest.
Well, exactly. He's obviously just looking in the mirror. That's what he's doing. Big up to Geek saying, good morning, gents. It's all about maturity and cool heads. 100%. This is why I've said it constantly about Pepe. We need to wind him up tonight because he's got such a short fuse. He will lose it. So kind of want Jesus to play a little bit just because he's great at winding people up. People are saying we haven't got to a Champions League quarterfinal since 2010, which I was surprised at. We have to respect their counter-attacking ability, but Porto are still a solid team. Of course they are. There are 3 very good teams in Portugal, and I there was a certain Arsenal channel that basically compared Porto to Burnley, and I was like, what are you on about?
No, you can't do that.
That's hard.
That's hard.
That was horrible. Ozzy, big up to Steve saying we got this lot. Big up to you, mate. But I believe we have the ability to get the job done. I think we've got the players to get the job done, but it all depends on, and I'm not just picking on Arteta, but it's the setup, how we set up and how our mentality is. There's a certain player that has been performing very well recently. He has to perform tonight to get those players going. I'm not going to mention names because I'll get picked on. Wrecking Crew settings, says Steve. At least we have no nonsense and big game players like Havertz, Ben White, Rice, Timber, and Big Gabby in the team, says Eugene. I'll agree, actually. Timber, wait till you see him actually perform properly for Arsenal. He is he's a big character on that field. Obviously, I've been an Ajax fan.
When he comes back, he's going to be like a new signing.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100% he will.
The problem is with players coming off an ACL, it usually takes around about 3 to 6 months to get properly, to get match ready. I've seen a lot of people turn around and saying that, once Timber comes back, we'll be all good there. And I'm like, he's torn his ACL, mate. He ain't coming back. The latest you'll probably see him is he needs a full pre-season under his belt to actually get back to fitness. So, Kivior has done a decent job. Tobiyasu, as long as he stays healthy, he's still a very good personal left back. But yeah, I think everybody else, I think Eugene is
agree with
spot on with.
Yeah, Ben White's been exemplary recently. Havertz. Look, I know a lot of people didn't like the signing. I was okay with it because I liked him before he signed for Chelsea, so I'm okay about it. Rice. Rice is right. I'm sorry, but he's just, yeah.
Rice is a bargain.
I'll be honest, I've got a feeling he will end his career at Arsenal, and he will be someone I probably would consider putting on my shirt at some point because I think he's going to be so important for us over the next, 8 years. That Galeno has just been called up to the Brazilian squad, so he's going to be buzzing. He deserves it, to be fair. He's been brilliant. Porto ain't got... Steve is in a very pumped up mood, isn't he? God, look at this. Let's go to war. Train wreck. No prisoners. Mercy is for the weak. Daniel's son.
I'll tell you what, if you heard him in our group chat yesterday, he was on one.
Yeah, it was so funny. I think Jorginho is key to this. Yes, James. When because obviously we've got quite a big break, I will be coming back to do some transfer talk because there is a situation happening with Jorginho which I need people's opinions on. So I want to get back to that in a couple of weeks, hopefully. Game state is important tonight. We will need an early goal to get Porto nervous. 100%. Yeah. The first half goal is essential.
Definitely.
I think if we don't get a first half goal, I'm going to fear for us even more. Did someone say Rice is a bargain? I don't care how much he was paid for. I don't agree with prices.
Likewise.
I hate prices nowadays, but it is what it is.
So the fact that no one is talking about Declan Rice's price tag is just a lament to how well he has played. He's playing like he actually, but he's walked into this squad and goes, "I belong here. I deserve to be here." If he doesn't get PFA Player of the Year, I'll be shocked and horrified because he has been
true.
He's been our cornerstone in midfield. He really has. And the only reason why our strongest midfield would have been Rice, Partey, and Odegaard is because Partey, unfortunately, has never been fit. We've had to rely on Rice playing as the number 6, and then we've had Havertz on the left 8, not really worked. I would love to see Fabio Vieira play on that left side of the midfield to actually, try and complement Martinelli more. But it just feels like he just gets put in positions to see you have to go there and see what you can do. This is why we're calling for someone in the summer in midfield to bring in so Rice can move to more an advanced role in the number 8 on the left hand side because he benefits on that. He does love roaming forward, but he can track back as well. He could do the job that Rodri can't. Plays a 6 and as a number 8. So
did someone just swear then? Did someone just say that horrible Spanish person there? Did someone say it? Honestly, that guy, I can't stand him. I really can't stand him. Can't stand him. Really winds me up. But no, what you're saying about Fabio Vieira, I totally agree. But the thing is with the way that we play, we need players that can come in and do more than one position. Fabio, unfortunately, can't do that. And what I would say right now, because Odegaard is dropping deeper, I think we could actually put Fabio there because Fabio is an attacking, creative midfielder. It doesn't make sense. I personally think we're going to sell him in the summer. As much as it's going to pain me, I think we're going to sell him because he's just not going to fit in with this team. Rice price was quite... he was trying to make me trip up. I struggle speaking as the best time, Steve. Rice's price was quite nice. Yes, it was. Thank you very much, Steve. Big up to Munzie saying, oi, oi. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're doing well. We need to see old Steve on a... I am not posting that because he'll just make me laugh throughout the whole damn thing.
Jump in, Steve.
Because all those voice notes yesterday just made me laugh. There's some people here out of the woodwork.
Oh, shut up, Munzie.
We're always about, mate. Big up to me.
Well, of course we are.
Long-standing joke. That's me.
He's a mercenary, which makes him a Man United fan. So
Strong man captain as well, isn't he?
I love Muns. He's funny. Always makes me laugh. Thomas part-timer says James. I would be tempted to play Tommy on the left and see that as our weak point versus Porto. I would extend the 12 months for Jorginho. Havertz needs to be clinical tonight. I would put Jesus on the left. There's a few people that have gone with that option tonight. You'll be quite surprised.
The reason being why is because if you watch Trossard at the Brentford game, he didn't. We don't have no pace on that left-hand side. He's got great technical ability, but you saw how Brentford stacked the box, how they actually defended and played their low block. Trossard had no room to manoeuvre at all. And I think when And the case in point, when he come off and I saw Reece Nelson come on, I'm like, oh God, here we go. But actually, he put a bit of juice on that left-hand side, and you saw the right back getting a bit stretched. And then it started to open up a little bit more on that left-hand side. So you need pace on that left-hand side. I can understand why Jesus. I mean, Jesus has played on the left, on the right for Manchester City before, so he can play in those positions. But we're just supported to play as the main number 9, which he's not. He's already said, "I am not a clinical goal scorer." Okay, then go to the left, then go play on the wings. Then accompany Saka, accompany Martinelli, help Trossard. Do what you can at the end of the day.
Yeah. I agree. A lot of people have. There's a couple of people that have actually gone for Nelson as well. You'll see the team lineups in a minute, but there's a few people that have picked Nelson, and you can kind of see. But the thing is, you're kind of underrating João Mario. He is a very good right back as well. Someone that is highly rated. Exactly, they've got so much quality over the whole pitch, apart from Pepe. It strikes me that we're not the best at controlling and managing games. Just high tempo, high intensity. Blow this a lot away. Ideally, a couple of goals, so they need to come out and exploit the gaps. Totally agree. Munzie's saying, just remember you've got to play us soon. I can't wait. Defensively, they were strong in the first leg, but we didn't shift the ball quickly enough and actually made it relatively easy to defend. Yeah, that is something that I think has changed recently. We can just opt that tempo of the passing. And I've said it on all the watch-alongs. The men's and the women's teams are exactly identical with this. If both of them are slow with the passing, the opposition love it. If you're quick, it hurts them so quickly, and I love that about it. My accent has changed listening to you like moaning all the time. Big up to you, mate. Big up, lads, from Chris. Big up, mate. Hope you're doing well. Jesus is not going to become a bench player, impact, or a rotation. He's going to become a... Let's see what happens in the summer. That's all I'm going to say on that. Let's see what happens. Sad that ESR not in the conversation. ESR has been picked as well, geeks. I'll be honest. There's people because obviously Martinelli is probably going to be out tonight. People have been a little bit open-minded with their ideas. Munzie, remember my lot are wrecking everyone, says Steve. Steve, you won't wreck us. Okay, right. Let's move on from that. Right, so obviously, for people that don't know how Porto are doing in their league, they are third. They have won 17, drawn 4, lost 4. Average goals scored per game is 1.8. Average goals conceded is 0.7, 11 clean sheets, 2.8 chances created. Obviously, we are currently in first, 120, drawn 4, lost 4, 2.5 average goals scored, 0.86 average goals conceded, 11 clean sheets, 2.18 chances created. So there's not much between us if you think about it. Obviously, Sporting Lisbon and Benfica in their league, it's a very good league. And there are some mid-table teams that are getting better. So a lot of people like to call it the Farmers League. I don't. I actually quite rate it. I think that Portugal have got some really good talent in there. Right, injury list.
Yeah, they always have.
This is not important for the challenge today due to the fact it is a retro challenge. So there is team lists, which Tony is definitely looking forward to. The amount of excitement I've seen in the WhatsApp.
I've looked back at some of the games, Bobby, and I've got ideas of which ones you're going for. So...
well, I've already told Brenny. Brenny already knows.
Okay.
You were late. You were late coming in.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
This bromance of yours has gone to a next level now. I tell you.
That myself and Bobby are like Galeba. We are Galeba. Understand?
You're like Rob Holden, aren't you? Yeah, I see what you're doing.
Right, the Arsenal out list. Timber is obviously out. Martinelli is a heavy doubt. There is zero chance, if I'm honest. His cut was pretty serious. For people that were going on X saying, "Oh, just get over it, it's a cut." Trust me, you wouldn't be able to walk on this cut. It's horrendous. Tomiyasu, possible. We could go for him tonight because he's quite close. Marcano, Taremi, and Seydu are out for FC Porto. The only one that I would say
definitely out, because last time I saw he was questionable. Is he definitely out? Was he?
Yeah, he's out again, according to what I've heard. But this was last night, so things change.
Okay.
I'll keep an eye on it today, but I will be quite happy for Taremi to be out because that is someone I actually wanted at Arsenal because he's a cheap signing.
You spoke about him in the summer, yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I would love him because
Yeah.
he'd only cost like 10 million. He's nothing really. Be a Jorginho signing. Right, so let's get into my 5 to watch. These are my 5, so don't worry about anyone else. These are just mine. If I can find the video, which I know is on it somewhere. There we go. Okay, so we're going to start with Wenderson Galeno, obviously the guy that scored the goal against us in the first leg. He is a threat, and look, Ben White needs to be on the top of his defensive game tonight. So I was watching a game, Celtic versus Livingston. Now, you'd think easy win for Celtic, but if you don't set your defensive structure up correctly, they will hurt you. And Livingston hurt Celtic a lot on Sunday. So you can be the best team, but if you don't get that right, they will tear you apart. And Livingston hurt them really, really badly on Sunday. So Ben White and Saliba both need to be switched on when it comes to Galeno because he will cut through the lines very easily. Vin Nielsen, I'll be honest, he wasn't that great in the first leg, in my opinion. He had a couple of chances, but look, Arsenal are scouting him, and that's the type of player that we're looking at. Tall, strong. So yeah, he might be a threat tonight. I hope he's not, but he is someone that I do quite like. Pepe, bags of energy. It's just a pain in the butt when we played him first leg, but he's been very good quality this season. Alan Varela, like I said, hard-working midfielder. A lot of teams are looking at him, and rightly so, because he is very, very talented. And Wendell, now I've put him there because obviously I'm thinking of their left side, which is against Saka and obviously Ben White. If Saka does not have the greatest game, which he doesn't sometimes, and it does happen, Wendell will then hurt us going towards our goal because he's an attacking left back. He is strong as well. Big man. And Ben White, again, will have to be on top of his game for that. So, yeah, those are my 5 to watch. We'll see. Hopefully,
Brenny, I've got a question for you. When you hear that name, do you get that song stuck in your head? Wendell. Yeah, Mr. Wendell. Oh, that one. No? Oh, I've just wanted to ask because you're not kind of guy.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right, shut up. Move on.
We're going to end up in The Hague after your demolition, says Steve. Chris Welch has already gone for an early prediction, so he's going for a 3-0 to Arsenal. And to be fair, Chris is normally quite accurate with his predictions, even with the games that have nothing to do with any of our clubs. He's pretty accurate. United, City, Liverpool, and Newcastle have all come together looking to avoid defeat. We got it done. I think Porto will be shocked by us in the first half. I hope so. Unfortunately, I have to leave this chat when I see a certain idiot who was a bully to my late friend Steve F. I can't participate. Love and respect to you, Bobby, but Munsey is someone. Okay, got ya. Bob, out of your 5 to watch, who would walk into our squad first team in your opinion?
I'll be honest, none. They get in the squad. Maybe keeper, but then no.
Yeah, exactly. Out of my 5 to watch, 0.
One thing I will say, the one name you have missed out, and I'm actually very surprised by that, is Francesco Fonseca.
Oh,
The one who put Kivior in a freaking blender the last time.
He was in my first. He was in my first leg. But
no, I rate him.
He's a problem. He's a problem.
Yeah, he is. Well, to be honest, I could probably put more in there, but I have called it my 5 to watch. It's a bit difficult, and I put 6 in. So I don't want to change that number.
Doesn't mean they're not dangerous players, though. Doesn't mean.
Well, exactly. Yeah, look, I think Porto are full of dangerous players. I even rate Nico Gonzalez, who a lot of people don't actually rate. I actually think he's a very hard-working midfielder. But yeah, and Pep I can't stand, but he is there as a Thiago Silva type defender. So I suppose in a way you have to rate him. I just can't stand the dude. Tony, as soon as I saw the name,
King. Thank you. Didn't waste that comment then. Thank you. I nearly looked like a bloody idiot then. Jeez, Keith.
And Steve, I'm with you. None of those players, right? But we have got the battles, and this is the important factor that we do need to consider tonight: is the bouncers. So the bouncer for them is Nico Gonzalez. He does win 4.4 duels per game, where Declan Rice wins 4.1. Passing accuracy is about the same as well. 53% of duels are won by Declan, 52 by Nico. So they're literally. Level pegging basically. Goalkeeping wise, now I was watching a podcast last night, and people are going over the top with protecting Raya. Right, Raya suits our style. I totally agree with that, and he's better at Ramsdale at it. However, when it comes to shot stopping, I think it's 50-50. Now people are jumping onto this wagon and attacking a Ramsdale because Ramsdale's going to be leaving the club. I'm guaranteed last season, I'm sure you would be saying something different. What a great goalkeeper. He's saving us all these points. Brilliant. Fantastic. Don't forget that little detail when you go in hard on Ramsdale at the moment.
Just to butt in, there's more to a goalkeeper than shot stopping.
Yes, there is, which I've said constantly as well, because the style of football we play suits not Ramsdale at all. We never Ramsdale, we wanted Raya. We couldn't get Raya at the time, so we had to get another goalkeeper in. It's as simple as that. So he was a stopgap, and so then Ramsdale's going to be sold. But this is the stats that you can see with Diego Costa. That is first-class ratings. 74% shots are stopped by Diego Costa. They are the ratings that you kind of need, percentage. If you look at Ederson, you look at Alisson, you look at Courtois, you look at trying to think of other goalkeepers that I rate. Magnan, is it Magnan? The guy at Milan? Very good rating.
Yeah.
I think even James, part of the Armoury, would agree. If we could get a better goalkeeper, we would. Even better than Raya, but we can't because they're not available. They would cost an absolute fortune. Look at what Man United tried to do; it epically failed. You know, big style.
They have bigger holes to fill than the goalkeeper position.
Yeah, but because they were going for a different style of football, you know, and it's totally backfired on them. But Diego Costa is a very, very good goalkeeper, and I'm pretty sure every club. 25, I think. He's quite young. Yeah, he's still quite young. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he's about 25. Just quickly look at him now. Let's have a look. Of course, it's going to give me loads of rubbish before that. Oh, he's 24. There you go. 24. Okay. So, you know, he's way before even he was prime, really. Right. So, king of the top is goal conversions. Obviously, Ivan Nilsson is 19%. Obviously, it is because he's a striker. Saka is our top goal scorer. He's on 16%. This is why we're still going to be getting the striker. Let's be honest. You can see it in the stats there alone. Assists, 75% passing accuracy for a forward in the opponent's half is incredible. I've said this to Brenny when we did the last show. It is sublime stats. Saka is obviously our biggest assist maker, and Galeno is Porto's with an XA, because I know how much everyone loves these XGs and XAs. I have to deal with it, so do you.
Yeah.
3.90 for Galeno, 9.19 for Saka. So yeah, they are the little battles that I think could be important tonight, but we'll see what happens. Right, before we get into the starting lineups, none of those get in the starting 11. So Steve, Raya is not a top shot stopper, but it's hard to be a classic keeper with the shot stopping ability when playing out from the back is just as important. 100%. I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure how good Diego Costa is at the ball playing, because Porto don't really do that style of football that much, but he is a great goalkeeper. Look at De Gea. I'm pretty sure if we just said what the best goalkeeper, without saying a style of football, De Gea would be up there. But as soon as you look at his footwork, you go, bugger. You know, that's how it's so hard to actually get a goalkeeper that is good at both. Yeah, it's just impossible for me, in my opinion. Courtois is awful with his feet. He is pretty awful. I don't rate him. Ramsdale is a great lad. Glad he joined. Rams is a solid addition to any squad. Would prefer we would sell to Bayan as a Neuer in replacement. Well, he's going to be staying in the league for me. There is 2 clubs that I think. Donnarumma. That's a good shout. I don't think we'd get him. And I think it'd cost an absolute fortune.
Considering PSG have already going to lose Kylian Mbappe in the summer, there's a good how much time before the owner turns around and goes, "We've had so many cracks at the cherry here with the Champions League, yet we still can't win it." How many times before it's like, right, we start all over again? You never know.
Yeah. Ozzy saying it would cost an absolute fault. It would. Donnarumma would cost an absolute bomb. I still don't particularly rate. No, nor do I. Look, he's great at what he does with his feet. I don't think he's the best with his feet. I think there's better. But it's what we can get. You know, we had to invest it in other positions, and we've got to do again in the summer. We can't spend 60, 70 million pounds on a goalkeeper. And it's not really Arsenal's style to do that either, to be honest. Similar issue with Tierney, fitness aside, great player, lovely lad, but our playing requirements have changed. 100% why he left. And he will be sold in the summer for a fee that I think might upset some people. I hope people are a bit realistic regarding his fee. I don't remember when I spoke about this last, I think people were wanting 40 million for him. Not on your Nelly. You ain't going to get 40 million for Tierney.
We'll probably end up selling for something like 15 million and a peanut butter sandwich, maybe.
Yeah. Think that's right. Like on the Vieira, isn't it?
Well, it is, yeah. Do you think Arsenal not paying until the 31st of March after this affects Arsenal or helps them? I'll quickly ask Tony, helps or hinders?
I don't know. I really don't know because you want to.
I gave you 2 options.
It's a hard question to answer. It really is because you think after the international break last season, you saw what happened there. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one. You want to keep playing. You want to keep playing. 19 days is a long time. So
there is good and bad to this. On the good side, you've got time for Martinelli to rest up, heal, and then get ready for the Man City game. The downside is you've got no playing time, literally next to no playing time. So unless you bugger off to Dubai again for another week, but then you've got the international break sandwiched in between it.
Yeah.
You've got the international break sandwiched in between it all. Right? Do we need any more pointless friendlies? No, we bloody don't. I know it's the Euros in June, but just play one just straight after the season or something. But it also give Arteta time to have a game plan and do some strategic work on this Man City team. It will give him. You have got after this Champions League game. You've got 19 days to prepare for Man City. Shouldn't be an excuse why you shouldn't become prepared to go to the Etihad.
I agree. Bren, what about you? Do you think it's going to help or hinder us?
I think it will help. Just basically to echo what Carl said. I was thinking the other day. Dubai for a few days. Those that have got international football, go to your respective countries, and those that aren't playing international football, work on a few things. You know what I mean? And like Carl just said, Arteta's got to basically, he has time to work out his game plan, how to beat City, and what he should also do is he should show a tape to the lads the whole 90 minutes about how scared we looked almost a year ago at the Etihad, and and we just looked mentally shot that night. But I think these are now the mentality is stronger.
I think that mostly had to do, Brenny, with the fact that we come off the games against Bournemouth, against Southampton. They took its toll on us. It kind of hurt us. We started to feel the pressure. And
the 3 draws as well.
I think by that point, when he got to Man City, we looked complacent. We looked scared because it's like 3 straight draws. we're probably now out the title race. And Man City, the only thing for a scorned team is outright slaughter, and that's what City done to us. Whereas this time round, this is why I say this is our date with destiny, part 1. You get through against Porto, this should catapult you into the back end of the new season. You should go into the City high of confidence. You're through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. You know, we are about to get a congested April, but guess what? I would rather we would have a congested fixture, because at least you're continuously playing at least twice a week.
And this is the thing.
Whereas last year we played once a week, and we looked rusty, we looked tired all the time. It just wasn't. It didn't look smooth. It didn't look rotational at all. This is why staying in the Champions League is massive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. And for me also, just to add. It's like you've got to look at Arsenal's of the past, and I think I've said this already. Where you look at George Graham, and his date of destiny was May 26, 1989, to win at Anfield, and we hadn't won at Anfield for so long. He did it. We won the league. It was the same in '91. It was us and Liverpool. We went there and we won 1-0, courtesy of a Paul Merson goal, and then. Arsene Wenger, the amazing run we went on in 97, 98, that, to go to Old Trafford. We hadn't won at Old Trafford for 8 seasons. We went there, dominated the game. We won 1-0, won the league. 2002, won the league at Old Trafford. So now Wenger's had those days. George Graham had those days, which ultimately end up winning the title. Now, I think, for Arteta, it's his day of destiny coming up on Easter Sunday.
Yeah,
and I feel he can deliver, and we've got the players that are back now, and we know we won't see Timber, may see Tommy Asu in the squad, who knows, Martinelli, hopefully, but I think the fact that what's more important as well is that Saliba and Gabriel will be together for the first time in the league at the Etihad. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So we're all smiling because someone's just joined us backstage. His smile is just.
Who else could it be? Who else could it be?
Had to come in here. I couldn't do it on the sidelines, boys. I had to get in. You know what I want, boys? I really want. Boys, it's really nice, this discussion about Porto. We're giving them so much respect, but you know what? I really think they need to get fucked up. I really think that our boys are going to go there and literally tear them a new rear end. If we're not going to be hungry now, we're never going to be. And honestly, that game that we played against them, let's be honest, we've never seen that before. Let's be honest. This season, that was probably the worst performance I've ever seen. Then they bounce back hungry as hell and take out their frustrations on every single team in the Premier League, bar none. Like literally go on a vengeful run and beat the crap out of teams, cause some teams to think about sacking their managers. I mean, Jurgen Klopp's out the door. He knows it's not going to work anymore. You know what I mean, bro? There's a lot of fucking managers now saying, I don't want to go play Arsenal. And now Porto are coming back. And I want them like deer in the headlights. I want them to come to London and to just be thinking to themselves, the hell are we in for? The physical game, I think we got. The quality on the ball, I think we got. To hold them in their own third, I think we got. Patience is what we need. The only thing is to just be patient and keep pressing them. Because as soon as they leak one goal, this team's opening up. And when I mean they're going to open up like a set of barn doors. This could be a 3-0 if we score early. Because I don't see them being able to hold us back. I think they'll open up, and when they do, forget it. We're going to run riot. They're not that good of a team. They are good, but they're not great. Difference is we are great. In my opinion.
Oh, yeah, on paper, we are by far the better team. But I just don't like the disrespect. Not what you're saying, Steve. There's people comparing them to Burnley is ridiculous because they are better than Burnley.
Of course they are. They're in the Champions League. Burnley, Porto, two different things. But when I look at Porto, I look at Arsenal. I say, yeah, okay. Oh yes, we've got the win. Yay! 1-0 over Arsenal at home. Well done. Well done. That's going to be the highlight of your season. Now, when you come to London, it's going to be what? AJ and Galeno? Nah, I mean, bro. You thought you knew. You thought you knew. But now you know. You know what I mean, bro? There's levels to this shit. That's what I want. I want knock them down, get up. Knock them down, get up. Knock them down, out the park. 1, 2, 3. See you later, boys. Nice knowing you. It's been fun. Thanks for the warm-up. Off you go.
Right, let's get into the comments before we get into the lineups that people have chosen with.
Oh, gosh, done that yet.
I know. We're 40 minutes in. This is going to be a long stream by the looks of it, but it's daytime. It's fine. Well, apart from Steve, actually. Steve, are you okay for a while? Yeah, awesome. Ray almost did what Ramsdale did against City in the Premier League back in October. Yet people forget that Ray can make mistakes with his feet too. I think it's too long of a break, says Luke. Dub setting version 2.0 from a very handsome Australian man. The Aussies are going a great shout on Donnarumma, mate. Imagine we got him and the first penalty sessions. I know who's the first one to step up. You two talking to each other. I wonder if all three managers will be saying to players, "You're not going to play international friendlies." Well,
mysterious injuries and illnesses to be hit in the Arsenal squad. Off to Dubai we go 2.0. Because warm weather is what we need. Cold weather, they get sick. Injuries, and they come back from Dubai. My elbow was hurting. My elbow's great. The warm weather. Hey.
I remember this, Geeks. When we played Parma in the Cup Winners' Cup final, we were not favourites. Parma had amazing talents in that team, and we still beat them.
Great players.
We were the weaker team. It's mad to say it because Parma are obviously Parma now, and they're just awful. But back then, geez, Thomas Brolin. There was
and you know what, and also Geeks, because that day, throughout the rounds, we scored quite a few goals from set pieces, like free kicks, corners. But that day, we just defended so well, and our winning goal didn't even come from a set piece.
No,
it was a Lee Dixon cross, a ricocheted off a Palmer player, straight to Alan Smith, with probably the sweetest volley he's ever scored in his life. And what a time to do it. But I was nervous that day. Very nervous.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, I remember that. I was only young at the time as well, but I remember that day. Get the Aussie Gooners to do our team talk tonight, please. He would be great. Plus, we have got some great people that backstage that do some great team talks at Arsenal. If it was a smash and grab from Porto, honestly, you'll be fine. Yeah, for me it was. Like I said, I think when I was doing the watch for the first leg, I did say I'll be fine if they beat us 1-0 because it will be literally a smash and grab. It's the performance that I needed to see. We dominated them. We're just a little bit nervous. I don't think we'll be nervous tonight. Right. Yes, Ozzy, there are levels to this. 4-1 says Geeks on aggregate. If hypothetically you guys had to be... Oh, jeez, right. Yeah. Okay. Big up to RS.
No way.
I'm not getting into that. No, this is... Well, it's 11:15 on a whatever day it is today. What is the day? Tuesday.
It's not even past the watershed yet.
Big up to RS.
Who wakes up in the morning and starts chatting that? Whatever's wrong with you. It's no little thing, you know what I mean? Like, far out, mate. Like, relax a bit, like it's what time is it over there in the UK right now? Just wondering, like
it's quarter to 11.
Yeah. Quarter to 11 in the morning, you wake up in the morning, you haven't had any toast and you're talking that.
Settle
down, mate. Have a cup of tea, mate. Settle down. A cup of tea with some milk, mate, might help you. Bloody hell.
Probably had that. We probably had that. That's why.
Chris saying Porto and Burley is nonsense. Yeah, it came from a certain Arsenal channel and is a player that the person that I can't respect anyway. It's just a plonker. But I just thought it was ridiculous. Tiger and Guna saying Arsenal 3, Porto 1 tonight score. Is that on aggregate? Because I don't want that as an as in tonight score. I'm happy with it as an aggregate score.
I only
don't
thought
want
I'd get that one goal in the 97th minute or something, you know.
Oh yeah, well, that'd be okay. But, well, I don't know. Still squeaky bum time. Still squeaky bum time. If I'm being honest, I do want to go to bed at a reasonable hour tonight, so I don't want to go to extra time.
Oh,
Right.
come on, stay up. It's good. You don't get any
That's what
sleep.
I'm
Sleep is overrated, mate. You know.
My
You don't
son
need
has
sleep.
my son has exams this week, so I need him to go to sleep.
Oh, wow.
On time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, mine's doing him as well. Yeah,
yeah. Mock Sats or something, but he's stressed
Okay.
about it as it is.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
he's not enjoying it. Anyway, let's get into the lineups. Okay, so we've got plenty of people to choose this time, so this is going to be fun. So everyone's going to get to rate a team. Silver one. This is your team, which you're not going to rate. I'm going to pass it down to Brenny to rate. I'm going to do it that way. So, Tony, you went with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Havertz. Why did you go with that lineup, mate? Also chosen by Stuart, Barry, Romaine, Florence, and Gumser as well. Sorry.
It just, to me, makes the most sense, I guess. I do have concerns with Trossard. I must admit, because we touched on earlier, it's a bit colder as well, about his pace on that left side. But I just feel that's the strongest side. It's as simple as that. If Martinelli's out, Trossard has to come in for me. And James in the comments mentioned that I think Jorginho will play an important part in the game.
Yeah, he will. Yeah, his experience as well. That's a lot of people forget how experienced Jorginho is, especially with Champions League. So, Brenny, can you rate this one for me, please, mate?
Yes. I'm going to rate this an 8. It's very strong. I think Trossard as well, European games, I think it's a different ball game for him. Don't get me wrong.
Isn't he?
Is what?
His brother's repping tonight, the game.
Oh, is it?
Twin brother. Yeah. So we should be all right.
Should be.
Right.
But yeah.
So we're gonna go with an 8 for that one for Tony. Right. So Cole, you're gonna get this one. This is James H, Jordan, Andrew, Juliet, and Matt. They've gone with Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Rice, Zinchenko in midfield, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. Just a rating. Don't need to go hard. Just a rating will tell me what you think of it.
I'm gonna say 5. Why should Zinchenko come back into the squad when Kivior has done a marvelous job already playing at left back? Yes, Zinchenko is more of a preferred midfielder, but please name me a game when we've seen Zinchenko play in the midfield.
You don't get that in the second leg. You just don't.
No.
Yeah, you don't. So no, that's a yeah. I'll put a 6 actually because the fact I looked at our front line, Saka, Jesus, Havertz. I can see that front three being the case. Havertz playing as a number 9, Jesus playing in Martinelli's position. So I'll probably give that lineup a 6.
Excellent stuff. So Mr. Aussie Gooner will get to rate Hugo, Michael, and Ben's team. That is Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Jesus. Just a rating, please, Steve. That will tell me everything about what you think.
It's going to be 5. It's going to be 5. Now, the reason why is I'm not saying that I don't rate Partey, and it's not that I don't rate Jesus, but Partey coming back from such a long injury, he's not playing with the same team anymore.
Okay.
He hasn't spent too much time in the back line with like Kivior back there, so he doesn't know how he's going to be moving.
Yeah.
And Jesus, to be honest, I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at that, and I'm sorry. I just don't see Jesus starting this game as an impact sub all day, but not as a starter. He's just not going to do it. He's going to be wasteful, and the reason why I don't want him when you got a wasteful player, the first 15 to 20 minutes are going to be critical for us to open up Porto. And I don't want Jesus coming in and just bombing shots into the top tier.
No, I agree. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, Steve. I've just seen a comment from Geeks. I won't put it up just yet. But Bob, I will PM via Twitter X for future participation. Nothing to do with sexual hypotheticals. Thank you, Geeks. I'm so glad you put that out there. I will definitely get
clarification.
Get back to you. We could get you involved in future streams, and that goes with everyone that's watching as well. If you want to get involved, I have an open door policy. I don't believe in just having your favorites on YouTube. I believe in having an open door policy. So anyone is welcome. I'm currently speaking to a Man United fan who has the same mindset as me. So he's like a non-bias football fan. Doesn't care if he's a Man United fan. When he wants to talk to you, he'll talk to you as a nice person. I'm currently talking to him, and hopefully might get him on for the Man City preview because it will be good to get his perspective of it. Because I think all football fans can speak without getting all angry with each other and just going mental for no reason about things that happened 10 years ago in the football world. Just have a nice conversation. That's why on FTSN, we've got Tottenham people, we've got Liverpool people, we've got Man United people. We've got some amazing people.
Well.
And we all get on really well. It's why Dermo joins us on the watch-alongs. He is my lucky mascot, I'm honest, at the moment. Every time
definitely.
So
I don't know. Tonight.
Get him in tonight. Get him in tonight, please.
Yeah, have him on tonight, Bobby.
Yeah, but he's my lucky mascot. But
yeah.
Get Mr. Brady on as well. Go on. Get him on.
Oh, Mr. Brady is just a legend. Brenny will definitely attest to that. How amazing Mr. Brady is. He literally sits there as a football fan, takes his Tottenham hat off, literally enjoys the football. I love him to bits, Mr. Brady. I love you, Dermot, as well.
Yeah. I messaged. I messaged. You know what? I messaged the guys on their live chat against Villa. And to be honest, I wish I hadn't, because I put a stat on there giving it, Emery's never lost to Tottenham. Yeah.
Oops.
Well, you know.
Yeah. Brenny, that's your fault. That's your fault.
I know. It's just,
you know the football gods. Don't mess with them. Don't mess with them.
I'm telling you. You know what I mean?
Tony, can you rate this team by Tristan, Richard, Steve, Sean, and Mehmet? Not this Steve. It's a different Steve. Steve is definitely put down as the Aussie Gooner all the time when he does a team. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Havertz on the right, Jesus, and Nketiah. Just give me a rating.
Okay, 6. 5. 6.
5.
5. 6. Up 9. 6.
Which one you go with? 6.
Yeah, it's generous.
I couldn't find him on a piece of paper there. Right. Okay, cool. Let's move on. So it's Brenny next. He'll be rating Tom W, Liam, Miguel, Jonas, Kelly, Matt H, and Claire. They've got Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sinchenko at left back, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus, Saka, and Havertz. What are you going to give that one as a rating, please?
Wow. For a game of this magnitude, I'll have to go with. You see, on paper, that's for me, that would be can be 8 or 9, but I'll have to go with a 7.
7. Okay. Cole is away, so I'm going to skip him for now. I'll come back to him when I can. So, Steve, can you rate John, Will, Chris, Robert, and Patrick's team of Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Smith Rowe on the left, and Jesus
in the middle? You know what? The Partey thing still worries me, but the Smith Rowe thing doesn't. And Jesus in the middle, 50-50. I'll give it a 6. Only because when Smith Rowe has come on, he has shown some decent glimpses of quality, especially from that left. He can control the ball pretty well. It's just if they didn't pick Jesus, it could have been even better.
Yeah, I agree. Right, Cole, I'm going to go back to you because obviously you were away for that moment. So
sorry about that.
No, it's all right, mate. Like most of us are parents here, so we all kind of get it. It can be troublesome sometimes. Karoon, Mark A, Dominic, Ken, and Mikhail have gone with Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sinchenko, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. What you can give that one as a rating, please?
Saliba. 6.
6. Excellent stuff.
6, and that's because Zinchenko coming back in at left back. When if we get caught on a counter attack, we're gonna need, forget it. Forget it.
Okay, fair enough. I do have a slight concern. I think Arteta's going to go with Zinchenko tonight. I don't know why. I don't know why.
He'd be insane. A player who's now coming in cold. Like you've got.
Conseco will ruin Zinchenko.
That's the thing. Like you're going to have some sort of fluidity on the left. Don't get me wrong. Zinchenko will give you that movement forward. But theoretically, if you look at it now, Ben White has stepped up
Exactly.
You know,
I was about to say that.
tenfold on that right side. So when you maybe we shifted away from having the left back going forward and being a roaming sort of wing back inverted to more of a Ben White. So I think it'd be insane. It would be like, but you know what? It would be Pep Guardiola-esque. Perfectly good team. Let's chuck in a physio. What's the worst that can happen? Go in and play number 9. We're going to win this. I'm going to be a genius.
I agree. Right, I think it's now Tony's turn to rate. So this is Sam, Tim, Jack, John, James, and DWTT. Big up to Gary. Picked Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz.
I don't mind that team. I'll give that one an 8. I don't mind seeing Jesus on the wing.
No, I don't. I have no
That's
issues
what
with
they've
that
gone for. Yeah, I'm going to give that an 8.
Brilliant stuff. Right, let's move on to Brenny with Tolly, Albert, and Takahiro. Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Smith Rowe, Rice, Smith Rowe, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz. What are you going to give that one, Bren?
I'd say 7. Not a bad lineup at all.
Rice plays 6. Rowe plays 8, or Rowe plays 10. Odegaard plays 8.
Yeah,
they can just do this.
Yeah, I quite like that one myself when that came.
Yeah.
Right, so Carl, you're going to get T-Day, Tom, Karen, and Perry. They've gone Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Sinchenko, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Nelson, and Havertz. What are you going to go with that one, please, mate?
I'm probably going to say a 5.
No,
once again, Zinchenko left back, no. Nelson starting, not in this sort of game. Not in this sort of game. I know what Turner said where he came off the bench when he replaced Trossard in the Brentford game. He gave us a small juice on that left-hand side, but that is what you need in the latter stages of any game. You need impact players. Nelson, to me, is an impact player. He is not a starter. So
he's a Solskjaer.
Yeah.
He's
an impact player, right?
Yeah, definitely. Right, Steve, you're going to get the next one. So this is Mark, Paul, Mohammed, Carlos, Luke, and Moss. They have gone with Raya, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Cini, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Jesus, and Havertz.
Jesus on the left or in the middle?
That will be the left back.
Left wing, and Havertz in the middle. It could work. I just think it'll be wasteful. But does Zinchenko shout? I can't have it. I can't. Not on the left side. And that's the main reason. The midfield looks good, but Zinchenko on the left, Jorginho is going to be roaming left, right. He's going to kill him.
Jesus without playing left back if that's the case.
That's what I'm saying. Then Jesus would have to come back and cover him, which might work. And then the left side's nullified. I'd have to say 6, only because the Zinchenko shout, Jesus would be on the left side. You wouldn't see him at all. He'd be constantly tracking back, trying to help out Zinni when he's caught out. And he'll do that. That's the one thing about him. But yeah, 6.
No, not a problem. Right. Let's move on to Tony. He's going to get Luke, H, Zaina, Anthony, and Lee. They've gone with Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Kivior, Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard, Saka, Nelson, Jesus. We're going to give that one, Tony.
Yeah, I'd only echo what Cole said about Nelson. I'll probably give that on a 6.
Okay. And then I think we're nearly at the end. Yes, we are. So, Brenny, you get Susanna, Ayo, Max, and Nicolas. Raya, White, Saliba, Kivior at left back. Gabriel at... Hang on. Kivior at left centre back. Gabriel at left back. Partey, Rice, Odegaard, Jesus on the right. Saka on the left. Havertz. Now, obviously, I know these people... They were tested. They haven't taken any substances. They're absolutely fine. But yeah, Brenny, please rate this one. I have no idea.
Do you know what? I'm glad you said that because if that was Nicholas Anelka, who you somehow managed to get Anelka, you know what I mean? Big up to Anelka, by the way, then I'd say, yeah, man, what's wrong with you? I thought he's just doing it to banter us, to mock. You know what I mean? Still screwing over that 99 transfer, but there you go. But yeah, it's just I'm afraid I'll have to go with a 6. Nothing wrong with the front line. Kivior for me, yeah, he's a centre half player, but Gabriel and Saliba, you need those two together. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Party, match fitness. Yeah.
Too risky.
Yeah.
No.
You wouldn't split up Martin Keown and Tony Adams in their heyday. Like,
well,
you wouldn't do
definitely
that.
not in the fight either.
Yeah.
Not either there. You just don't do that, right? And
you know what I mean.
And we got the best centre back pairing in the league, bar none.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. You come to me with anyone. Big Verge is on his own, right? He ain't a pair. He's on his own. And we've got the best.
That's you know what, Ozzy. That's like dropping Sol Campbell when years ago, and you're bringing in Pascal Seagon, the slowest slug in the world, to play with Torre. I mean,
Philip Sendros, here we come.
Oh dear. he still has nightmares about Drogba here.
Oh, he lays down on the couch once a week at least.
Right, we're going to get into the comments before we get into the challenge. Someone's going to have to pick 2 people in the challenge because obviously we've got 4 people.
Hey, we could do this together.
And yes,
we could do this.
The person that's just said, "I know who's going to get 2," is spot on because he was so nervous. He's going to get 2.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Right. Anyway, before we get into the comments, Bobby, if you want to sleep, put F1 on. Yes, and have nightmares. To be fair, aggregate 3-2. Tiger and Guna. I'll take the win, but that's bomb on squeak time.
It's 3-1 on the night. 3-1 on the night. 3-2 on aggregate. As long as you have a 2-goal lead, you shouldn't.
Yeah. For the sake of my heart rate, I'm going to need to see us 5 at the. Yeah, I'm the same. Look, I've got high blood pressure. I have to take tablets for it. I need a nice.
If we get it, I will. If we go 4-5-0 up by half time, I will crack open my spice rum. I will.
live on stream
this weekend.
Live on stream.
Carl, live on stream. Stuff is all. We're gonna win everything. We're gonna win Europe. Bang! And it keeps going. You know what I mean? Half an hour of just nothing.
Keith saying here, but I see a 4-0 on the night job. That's how I'm kind of looking. I think it'll be a 3-0 on the night, if I'm honest. But yeah, 4-0 I'd love. Big up to Tequila 316. I'm here to say hello to my favourite Arsenal fan. Big up to you, mate. I'm sure I'll see you tonight trying to wind me up. I'll even leave you a like because I'm just that nice. You are lovely, mate. Honestly. And Tequila, I'm going to put it up, but you know I'm not going to say it. So there we go. I'll put it up just because I'm nice. When's your next live streaming, guys? I will be doing the watch along tonight. I think I'm starting at 10 to 8. But yeah, and then I'll be back on Friday night as well because I'm doing the Chelsea Arsenal game, which is on Friday.
We'll do the match review tomorrow as well, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, depending on if anyone sets it up for tonight.
Yeah.
But if not, I'll be doing it tomorrow because we do not do what Paxton Road do, and I'm saying them specifically.
Oh, what? 2 weeks after they lost?
Yeah. We don't hide. We don't.
Last season.
I know. So am I. I'm so looking forward to it.
They lose a game 2 weeks. They've been to the psychologist. They've had hugs and kisses and everything. They've sat there crying in the corner with soap in the shower and everything. Then they come in and say, we did lose, but since then we've won a couple of more games, so it wasn't that bad after all. Really, really.
Yep.
That's Sunday, though.
Big up to someone I've not seen for a very long time. Big up to CT. Hope you're doing well. Today is not the day to experiment or play anyone coming back. Arteta won't take risks for 60 minutes. Big up to Luke saying what I'm going to do. And Luke, I echo exactly what you're saying. CT Chris is just a legend. Really, really good legend of an Arsenal fan. I love him to bits. Demo thinks Spurs can still get top 3. Yes.
What do you mean 3?
No.
You're going to win the Champions League. What are you talking about?
What I will say is Dermo was very confident that they will pip us to 3rd. He joined me at the watch along at the weekend, and he did say that.
3rd place is a trophy.
I'll tell you what.
Third place is a trophy, eh, Carl?
Tottenham
Put the calculator down, Dermot. Stop playing with calculators.
Top fans are drinking so much copium right now. It's stupid.
Top three is a
Emery
trophy.
and
Your
Leicester
manager doesn't
boys.
even believe that.
Even Tequila's admitting that Dermot does actually think that. Tequila's a big follower of Dermot, but yeah, I do fear for Dermot, but I love him to bits as well. I'm not biased. I hate any team not named Tottenham the same. I know it means more to people over here. We don't have that same sort of community bond with our teams because everyone is. Yeah, I get that, Neil. I know you're in America as well, so I totally get that. I'm watching the first leg again as we speak. Tequila, I'm not putting that comment up. I love you, but I'm not putting it up. Oh, the accent. Yeah, our accents are slightly different. I think Zinni offers more as a passer. I think we need as many playmakers as possible. Got 2 or 3-0 up, then sub Zinni off. I can kind of understand the Zinni call up, if I'm honest. And look, when I give these people the option to choose their own team, it's their own choice. I don't want a prediction of what Arteta would do. I want them to be the manager, and I want them to show me how they look at football. I don't think anyone's wrong. It's their opinion. As long as they're not putting Cedric up front and Cole Hine at centre back, they're perfectly fine to do whatever they want. From 22 games played to 28 games played, Liverpool have lost their 5-point advantage. It's funny how there is no bottling. I will constantly say this. I don't believe in the term bottling. I don't like it. I can't stand it. It winds me up because me and Brenny, and I'm sorry, Steve, I'll put you in it as well, and Tony. We're old enough. Cole, I know you were quite a lot longer than us, but we've been around long enough to see a lot of title challenges just all of a sudden drop off. We've seen it so many times. It happens a lot. I don't believe in the terms bottling because those teams were still very good. It just
the only difference back then when we were actually still fighting for titles, we were going up against an evil empire. That's the only legitimate reason.
But the term bottling kills because I was on Never a Foul, and I'll be on there again tonight. And one of the guys was talking. He's like, "You guys, didn't you guys bottle the league last season?" I go, "So it would have been better for us not to be in a title run, so that way there's less chance for us bottling it." I go, "That's a coward sort of mentality." I go, "End of the day, you want to compete. You want to compete for the Premier League. You lose, or you bottled it. Oh, so it's better to finish 4th, and that way there was no chat about us even getting close to the Premier League." Okay, when you got rival fans saying, "Oh, you bottled it," is it why you were scared while I was up there, weren't you? You were real worried, weren't you? You were really terrified, huh? So now you're trying to rub it in. Nah, I'll see you again next year, bro. You know what I mean? I'll put that pressure on you again and again and again, and that's what teams that are trying to win the league, they've got to keep putting the pressure on, and eventually. Just like in football, you hold on to the ball, you keep pressing. The goal's coming. It's not a matter of if, it's when it's coming. It's the same thing when it comes to titles. So the term bottling it, fuck off.
I would say, though, bottling it would be beating Sheffield United just at home and then parading your kids around the stadium after the game and then being where you are now. I would probably call that bottling.
I mean, you know what? I hear that because 2003 against United, I never thought we bottled it. I thought we threw that title away. I mean, it was in our hands, and wow, there was an incredible drop off. 2003, but even though we were disappointed, the difference was back then was that you always knew the following season you're going to come back. And 2004, well, yeah, look what happened.
Brenny, back in 1998 when Man United were leading, like quite. There's a point where the bookies paid out Man United to win the league, but no one talked about bottling then, did they?
So, no, they don't. No, exactly.
Because social media wasn't around back then. The only way you could write it was all you could do was buy a newspaper. All you could do is buy a newspaper, watch and listen to journalists who actually journal properly.
But even journalists these days use that term now. So
it's loose. It's very loose.
It still isn't it? I mean, look at Liverpool, right? They've had Klopp for so long, and I remember telling them that this is your Arsene Wenger, not as good, but he's going to do something. Yeah. How many titles did he win?
One title.
Okay, how many times was he in the hunt? So am I going to say they bottled it every single time? What exactly. You couldn't get it done? Oh, but Manchester City were that good. So you're telling me that the teams that we couldn't compete against and we didn't win the titles against weren't that good? Is it okay for Liverpool to come that close, win one title, and have the best possible manager in the Premier League? A lot of Liverpool fans keep talking about. He's won one title. One. one Premier League title. Yeah, they came close so many times, but they didn't win the league, right? But we don't talk about them coming this close and failing. Why? Because they played nice football and they came close. You either win or you lose. And if we're going to start talking about bottling it, the Liverpool bottled the league every single season, because they were
The way
playing
they're
great
about
football. They
as
couldn't
well
get
is
it done.
crazy because you can easily.
When did they-
There's top three managers in Liverpool, and Klopp doesn't even make the top three.
Nah.
No.
What is it? One league title. One.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, because exactly, you got Shankly, you got Paisley, even Joe, Dalglish, and even Joe Fagan. We could even have him up there in the mix. You know, if you're talking top of the top 4, top 5 Liverpool managers of all time.
We talk managers, the best managers in the Premier League. No one can go past Alex Ferguson, and we're not even going to start comparing Jurgen Klopp to Jose Mourinho. Doesn't even come close, let alone Pep Guardiola. Nah, man, I'm sorry, but they don't talk about those teams. Oh yeah, well, you know, Liverpool came close. It's good enough. How many titles have you won? One. How many titles have my boys won in the Premier League? Huh? How many? It's been a while, but we've won a fair few, more than you. Know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
And we're up in a discussion now, bro.
Yeah, and that's right. And obviously when we get bantered by those down the road as well, look at the media and the newspapers. It's like, Barnett. But them not down the road, it's like look at when we won the FA Cup, was it 2005? And then the media every year, the media, Sky Sports, newspapers. Now it's 4 years out of trophy for Arsenal. Oh, it's 5 years out of trophy. 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. And then hold a minute, but you mean to tell me these media lovelies haven't said anything like from years ago? Well, it's 7 years without trophy now for Tottenham. Oh, it's 8 years. Oh, it's 9 years. Oh, it's 10 years. Because it's going to be 16 years without a trophy for them or something?
15.
15.
No,
There you go.
No, it's 16 years. Sorry.
16.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It's like, well, come on, get on their asses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but everyone knows they're relevant, so that's
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's mad.
Liverpool hadn't won a title in what, 20?
30. It was 30 years.
It was 30, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Sorry, I'm 30.
Yeah, it's 30 years ago. Yeah.
30 years, right? So how come I didn't see the media sitting there going, Liverpool haven't won a title now for 30 years in the Premier League? How come they weren't even? So are they irrelevant too? Oh, wait a minute, they get a pass.
I think they exclude Liverpool because of their European heritage. That's why.
European heritage, that's cool. That's nice. But you know what? This is the Premier League. You know what I mean?
It's your bread and butter.
Let's be fair, Premier League is a lot harder to win. You're playing 30.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We all know it, right?
Yeah.
They're doing it in Europe. Do it at home. You can't do it at home. Why? So that's why I just think there's always been a bias against Arsenal, not just Arsenal, other teams as well. But I'm going to talk about my club. So when they sit there and talk about, oh, you bottled this, you bottled that, it's like, dude, are you that scared? Because I can see the fear in your eyes.
I love it. Because that's all they can think about is us. So if they're talking about us, we must be doing something right, even if we're doing something wrong. So
exactly. I always say the league is our bread and butter at the end of the day, because when you think about it, if you go way back, European competition, club competition, didn't start to what, early 60s? Yeah, I mean, the league is our bread and butter.
Right, we're going to move on so we can get onto the challenge. CT saying dropping off now, but we'll come back on catch up. Great format, and Bobby is killing it. Thank you, CT. Appreciate the love.
Yes,
Hey, CT.
We will definitely try and get CT. Honestly, Brenny, you'll love CT. He's slightly more mature than us. His history knowledge is impeccable. I'll definitely try and get CT on.
Do I hear a Brenny?
Good.
No, it's honestly he's such a lovely gentleman, and he speaks so calmly, and it's very, very nice.
So he might top me in the quiz, because I don't know
he
who.
Might do, to be fair.
I don't know who got above me in the quiz yet. So you know what I mean. I don't know.
More fighting talk. I like it.
I don't know.
I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I wanted to say something. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, so did I.
I do love him to bits, but he really has made a bit of an error lately in the last week or so.
Yeah, I know. I love him. I love him too. He's an absolute ledge. But yeah.
Sorry, Cole probably doesn't know what we're on about. Steve does, because he's in the same group as us. But yeah.
Oh dear.
Error was made by an Arsenal fan. yeah, a big one. Anyway, Spurs third. Kids do not do.
Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad.
Bobby saying that. I did have the question, and Nicholas is German, so he got very angry in German with me because I was like, "Are you sure this is your team?" He went, I went, "Okay, calm." But yeah, they're fine. I love the fact that Temmie's here. The entire Porto team is the auto foul for diving and time wasting. We are doing a retro challenge for this one.
This is something we've got to have some. That's the other part of this game. We're going to have some patience over.
Yeah,
we know what Porto are going to do. They're going to put 11 behind the ball. They're going to shithouse their way towards this game.
Oh, yeah.
We have just got to make sure we don't get caught in any of their traps.
Oh yeah,
you got to have a level head in. You got to have a level head in this game.
Yeah. Look, their coach is one of the best at it. He was good at it when he played. So he's going to teach his players exactly the same stuff. And the both games I did on Sunday, there were dark arts in both of those games, and they were smaller clubs against the bigger clubs. They knew exactly what they were doing. For people that are unaware, Rangers finished. Hibs were down to 9 men at the end of the game because their dark arts went a bit too far. It was.
We all know you enjoyed that game.
I enjoyed it because Rangers won, but honestly, the tactics that Hibs used was atrocious. I was quite shocked it didn't go down to 8 or 7 men. They were horrendous. Really horrible game that was. Aussie Gooner, what city are you situated? Says Tiger.
Sydney. I'm in Sydney.
There you go. We weren't supposed to be in the reckoning for this title.
Isn't it always a two-race horse? Liverpool City.
From last season, I wanted to at least title push again. That's how I looked at it.
Me too.
I didn't want to drop off.
We had to.
Yeah. For me, that's how I look at it. Once we put title pushers, I wanted to stay like that. I don't want us to drop off to a Tottenham, to a Villa. So yeah, always now for me. Regarding bottling talk, 100% agree. It's just toxic people making digs. Arsenal versus Man United era, none of that talk existed. There was a team that won it exactly. Bottling it is,
and the main conversation out of all of Arsenal Man United was between Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira anyway. That was all everyone talked about. They cared about the football. I just want to say if Roy Keane and Patrick Vieira was knocking the shit out of each other. That was what they cared about.
And how many times did Ferguson and Wenger kiss and cuddle each other? How many times did they do that?
And a bottle of wine at the end of the season.
Oh, come on.
Bottling it is Spurs in 2016 finishing third in the 2-horse race reminds me of Charles Leclerc. For people that don't get F1, I get it, it's funny. We didn't bottle it. We just weren't good enough to win the league last season. Exactly. I still don't think our squad's better than like squad depth. I'm talking about not squad, but squad depth. I still don't think we're good as Liverpool or City. But if we win it, geez, I'll be dancing on the ceiling, mate. I'll be doing a Lionel Richie. We scored a lot of goals without a striker, says Tygan Goon, 100%. This is going into midday, poor Bobby. I always allow 2 hours, to be fair. So I'm fine with it. 30, I can't remember that's.
That's how many titles, how many years? Liverpool.
Yeah, they hate Arsenal. I've followed Arsenal since 1971. Big up to you, Tygan Goon.
Wow.
He's in Perth, Australia.
Oh, yeah, mate.
Okay.
Out in WA, yeah. Nice.
From last season, I expected Arsenal to be in title push and reach latter stages of Champions League. That was my expectations. I think Brenny, you were the same as me, weren't you, mate?
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my expectations. As I've said previously, I do not demand trophies, just that we complete. Geeks, 100%. I don't demand trophies. I want us to compete for them. And obviously, now and then we will pick one up. But I just want us always compete, always. And this includes League Cup and FA Cup for people that are fully aware of this. I want cups as well.
I love them. Yeah.
Arsenal didn't have the experience last season. Yep. Guys, love this. You are all awesome. Thank you very much. People hit the like and subscribe. Geeks, you are awesome. Right.
Guys' channels as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, because Geeks has actually got a YouTube channel, so please do subscribe to Geeks as well.
Yeah.
Aussie Gooner has got
one big happy family.
Tony is the best one at doing this. So Tony will put everyone's channels in. So Cole's, Aussie Gooners. Brenny is constantly on with me anyway, so yeah, he'll where I am. Brenny normally is anyway.
Attached to the hip.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right, let's get on to this retro challenge. Let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So 14 years ago, we beat
Wow.
FC
Fucking
Porto
Almunia.
5-0 at
Oh, I
home
think you've
on
been
the
quite
9th,
nice there. I like that.
on the 9th of March 2010. We beat them 6-2 on aggregate. Right, so now for people that are unaware how this works, five from FC Porto have to be chosen in the team, 6 from Arsenal. Now, so it's not back then, it's now. So it is a 4-3-3 with a holding midfielder. Also, for people that are unaware of where the Porto players play, I do have a list of all their positions that they are capable of being put in. So don't worry too much if you don't know who they are. That is also not Dani Alves, just so everyone's fully aware. That is Bruno Alves. But I've got the list of positions and their names fully for anyone that's unsure who they are. So we're going to start with Tony with the first FC Porto, and then we'll work our way down. Tony's going to get 2 because he's been so excited about doing this. He gets the 2 picks. Brenny will get 1, Cole will get 1, and Ozzy Guna will also get 1. And then we'll put the Arsenal players in. Right. So Tony, your first Porto player, please.
Simple, Helton.
Helton in goal, yep.
Yep.
Okay. So Brenny, your only pick for today, please. Who are you going with?
Oof. I was a big fan of Hulk. I liked him.
Yeah, so do I.
Quality. He was quality. He was quality. You know what? You got to put him in though.
Okay, well, you can put him in 2 positions. So on the wing or as number 9.
Oh, it's definitely on number 9 because he's better than Benter. Huge.
Okay.
Brenny. Oh, no.
I think it's Cole next, isn't it? Is it Cole? Sorry, I can't remember because I'm on a different screen, so I don't know who's next. So Cole, your choice, please, from the Porto players. You can pick anyone that's on the subs bench as well. There are some decent players on the subs bench as well.
It's 4-3-3, Chris.
Is that Alves? Is that Dani Alves?
No, that's Bruno Alves. He's a centre
Bruno
back.
Alves.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've got the whole list of all the names. So I know it's going to be quite tricky because obviously just surnames, you don't know who they are.
Oh, this is testing my knowledge. It really is.
No, it's all right. So that Falcao is the guy that went to. I think he went to United, didn't he?
It is the United Falcao, right?
Yeah, that is the United Falcao. When he was at Porto, when he was playing on European continent, he was awesome. When he went to United, he was he was on the tail end of his career, and he was shockingly bad.
You got a problem because you go Falcao. Brenny's put Hulk as a number 9.
Yeah, so Falcao is now
Falcao's a 9 as well.
Yeah, so
Falcao's
Falcao
out now.
You got Moreles, who I believe went to Liverpool as well at some point in his career. There's quite a few. If you're struggling, just let me know which one you want to know where he can play. If you know any of those players at all. Actually, how old were you being Cole back then?
When was this game?
2010.
Yeah,
2010. I'd have been 19.
Oh, okay.
As I said, this is testing my knowledge here.
It's right, mate.
Let's go Pereira.
Okay, so he can play as a left back. So you happy with that? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so Ozzy Guna, you're going next, please.
You got me. I wanted Hulk, but Hulk is gone. And I was going to pick Helton for goal as well, so that's gone too.
Again, if you need some help, I'm more than happy to help with these ones because I know.
Morales maybe, because I'm looking at my midfield and I'm thinking, but then again, I'm looking at Song, Diaby, and
He was a good player, Morales.
Yeah, but then I've got Diaby who isn't injured and he's magically recovered and he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was going to say, did he actually play in this game? Holy crap! It was like one of the 5 games he actually played for us.
This is the timber.
You know what? I remember, in the stadium, I couldn't believe we won this game.
That's the thing with Diaby though, is that when he wasn't available, we did suffer in midfield. But as soon as he played and he was on form, he was literally on. He's literally Thomas Partey. Partey is the modern day version of Diaby. When he plays, he's unplayable. When he's injured, he's no good.
Forget about it.
He had the mold of Vieira, didn't he?
On the subs bench, I see Macon. Why does that name sound familiar?
That is the Macon you're thinking of. Yeah,
it is.
He's a right back. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah,
Brazilian right back, isn't he?
Yeah, very good right back.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm picking. Because I'm thinking, is it the same one? Yeah, I'm definitely going there.
Okay. Macon. There we go. Right. Okay. So Tony, because you were so excited, you get the final pick. I can see why people think I'm evil now, to be fair.
Tony, were you going to go for Macon? I'm just wondering because I think you were, right?
Yeah, you're enjoying this, Bobby, aren't you?
Who's that number 2 goalkeeper?
Nuno.
Let's grab him. He's going to be better than Fabianski at the time.
Yeah.
Where did Bruno Alves play?
Just a centre back. It's the only place he could play.
Yeah, throw him in.
Yeah.
What should be a Bobby's booby?
No, I will say there is no Porto player that are a Bobby Booby. There are 4 Arsenal players that are. So they're the ones you've got to avoid.
Oh, well, we're doing all right then, boys.
Yeah.
You're fine with the Porto players. Right. Brenny, we're going to start with you with the first Arsenal player. Which Arsenal player are you picking?
You know it starts with an R.
It's got to be Sol Campbell.
Okay.
He played well that night. He played really well that night.
Okay. Cole, your first Arsenal player, please, mate. Obviously, the defence and goalkeeper are now gone. The striker's gone as well. So it's midfield and the 2 wings.
I'm taught. I love these 2 when they were playing Arshavin and Rosicky. Loved the pair of them.
Yeah.
But if I had to say who was consistent and had a little bit more quality, I'm gonna say Arshavin.
Okay, where do you want to put him on the left wing?
Yes.
Okay, has to go there.
That's a good shout.
Okay, so Steve.
It was him or Rosicky, but Rosicky was also injury prone as well. So
yeah, I agree.
Too.
So Steve, your
Diaby.
isn't it? Diaby. You want him as the DM? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm imagining a fit Diaby and that guy.
Yeah. Don't worry. I don't put their injury records in the.
He was.
I do with one person that's in this Arsenal lineup, but that's a different situation. Right. So Tony, back to you.
So hang on, what we got left?
We've got 2 midfielders and a right winger.
See, I love Song. I loved him.
Yeah.
He's got to go in.
Okay, so you want Alex Song in? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Brenny?
So we've got a right winger left and
another midfielder, yeah.
Another midfielder. Well, see, I know not many people were, but I was a big fan of Theo Walcott.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. At that time, he was good. He was moving. He wasn't injured yet. He was fast.
That's right. But you see, the only thing is, I'm thinking if I was to put him in, I have a feeling that I'd be a Bobby Booby. Because you said 4. You said 4.
Yes,
so
there are 4 players in the Arsenal lineup.
I know who they are. I know who they are.
I'll test your knowledge after, Tony.
I'll be. Well, you know what? You say one midfield, yeah. I'm gonna put this person in because I was at that game at night, and he scored one of the best goals I'd ever seen at the Emirates. I'm going with Samir Nasri.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Do you want to put him
Nasri's
in
a good
midfield?
call.
Do you want to put him in midfield or the right wing? Because technically,
Midfield, please.
Okay. It's only because technically you could get away with him on the right wing.
Yeah.
So that leaves Cole with the final choice for the right wing.
Right wing. There's only one person to do it. Phil Walcott.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Agree with that.
Okay.
Definitely.
Right.
Young Walcott.
So I've now got to take that screen off and put that screen on. So this is the team that they have all chosen. So this is Brenny's, Tony's, Carl's, and Steve's team. So they've gone with Helton in goal, Macon at right back, Bruno Alves at centre back, with Campbell, Alvaro Pereira at left back, Diaby, Song, Nasri midfield, Walcott, Hulk, and Arshavin on the
That's a
left.
hectic squad up
wing.
front.
Arshavin and
look at the
Walcott supplying Hulk. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I know. that Hulk.
The thing is as well, with that centre forward, you could have Hulk or Falcao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my judgment. I can't go with a 10. I'm going to have to go with a 9.
Take it.
It is a very good team.
Oh.
It's just that it's too much Porto at defence. That's my only question. Is too much. I get it, but I think there's too much when you got Sagna in there. You've got Clichy. You know, there is obviously goalkeeper wise. I kind of guessed you wouldn't go with Fabianski or Almunia.
Almunia.
But that is a 9. So it's a very good team. However, let's go with what Nuno and Jack have done. So we're going to start with Jack first, being the Arsenal fan. So he's gone with Helton, Sagna, Fussell. I don't know how you say this name. Fussell, I think that's how you say his name. Campbell, Rolando, Diaby, Guarin, very, very good midfielder, by the way. Nasri, Rosicky on the right, Arshavin, and Falcao on the striker position. I like this one. And to be fair, because Fussell was a very good left back. I really did rate him. So I'm going to have to, I'm sorry, guys, but I'm going to have to give Jack a 10.
No. Wait 1 second, Bobby. Wait, no.
Falcao. You're putting Falcao over Hulk.
No, I'm not.
The same amount of Porto defenders and goalkeeper as us.
No,
that's what it's going down to 9.
Yeah, but they've got a better right back for me.
They don't have a better midfielder in between Alex Song. At that time, Alex Song was fucking world class. Barcelona was staring at him, dying for him. I mean, don't get me wrong, he went to shit.
We're appealing here.
You're appealing the process. Okay.
No,
I will then go to Walcott or Rosicky. Who would you rather have out of Walcott and Rosicky?
Rosicky on the left of midfield.
Theo Walcott because of his pace.
Yes. That's the thing. Yeah. Theo Walcott at that time hadn't been injured, and he was lightning, right? And supplying a player like Falcao, all you have to do is put the ball in the box.
I mean, how good was Walcott in the Champions League? He was very good in the Champions League as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was good. He was very good.
He was. Yeah.
Bobby's just biased. He was gonna give everyone else a 10 except for us.
You know what it is. You know what it is, guys. He hasn't given us a surname. I think this is Jack Wilshire's team. You know what I mean? You've actually spoken to Jack. Yeah, you spoke to Jack Wilshere. Yeah. Biased, isn't it? I know he was quality. Jeez.
Right. I'll go with a 9.
Who the hell put Fabianski in goal? What kind of fool did that?
Don't worry. I'm going to deal with Nuno in a minute. I'm dealing with Nuno in a minute. Don't worry. I've not got to Nuno's yet because I know that there's someone in there that is just pointless. So yeah, I'll get on to Nuno's in a minute. I'm going to go. Okay, I'm going to be fair. I'm going to go with 9 for Jack.
We've done it, boys. We've done it.
I'll deal with Jack. Okay, Nuno. I'm not even going to score because he's put
Hulk on the right wing.
He's put a
Hulk on the right wing. Have you seen the size of a Hulk?
To be fair, he did it in where was it? Was it Shakhtar?
Dude, he's heavy. He was heavy.
Was it Zenit? It was Zenit, wasn't it? I think he was.
Yeah, but he was heavy-footed.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah.
You could see where he ran. Like it was like holes in the floor.
Yeah, I'll be honest. The funny thing is, oh no, I do. Brenny, on retro challenges, do I give 10s?
You have done.
Yeah, I have done. I do.
Yeah.
When it comes to retros, because normally the teams
Yeah,
are pretty good.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I, to be fair, I think Jack's still, for me, is a 10. But I'm going to agree with what you guys have said, so I'm going to put it down to 9 because, yeah, I think to be fair, I probably
If I'd have taken Jack's name off that and put Aussie Gunnar, it'd be a 9, wouldn't it? Yeah. I know how this works.
Brenny,
I've seen this stuff
you
before.
You didn't do the transfer, did you? You didn't wire the money through. Not inside.
No, exactly.
Huh?
Yeah, still one. You know what it is, isn't it? Because of the title running, Bobby's just angling for Jack Wilshere for free tickets to the Emirates. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hasn't
We
already got
are.
him, you know.
Yeah. You see, he wasn't even going to bring us in.
When we see Bobby do the preview at the Emirates when we play Everton in the last game of the season, we know why.
Yeah.
Bobby,
Right.
don't think we can't look at your Google history in the way where you've been going. Yeah. I know where you've been going. I know where you're going to.
Can I deal with Nuno? Because, yes, he's not going to get a score. But the funny thing about Nuno is he's actually a goalkeeper and he's chosen Fabianski over Helton. Obviously, and Almunia. I'm like, sorry. No.
Fabianski at the time was a right back trying to be a goalkeeper. He didn't know who he was.
I don't know what he was thinking. And Tony, I'm intrigued who you think my four boobies were.
Oh dear.
Who you think it is now.
Right, so bringing it back up again.
Oh, you want the list back up again? Hang on.
Yeah.
So it was only Arsenal players.
The four boobies is obviously Fabianski.
Yep.
No, he's not.
No.
Almunia.
No.
Mikel Silvestre.
Yes.
Sylvester one. Eboué.
Belushi?
No, Aboui's not. Who did you say?
I said Belushi. Not Eboué.
No, it's all Arsenal players. All Arsenal players.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I missed
Linda Nielsen.
Nope.
Not even the Nielsen.
Oh, he would have been one of my boobies. Jesus, he was.
Oh,
Yeah,
He had the right name, but that was it. He sold chicks.
Yes. Yeah.
Why Bentner? Don't disrespect the
Oh
Lord.
no, Benter was. Oh, he was. Oh,
It's the
oh,
fact
mate.
that you all give him
Oh, he
like
was awful.
Lord. Like seriously, Lord Bentner.
Bentner.
He's absolutely drunk as well.
See you later, Tottenham Hotspur. Come on.
Nah,
Come
not for
on.
me.
No,
Right, two more.
no, I can't agree with that. Benter was useless.
Professor Bentner. He was.
He was. That's why he's one of mine. I can't stand him.
God.
You know how I am with strikers.
Well, it can't be Eduardo. He was quality.
So
No, he's thinking Eduardo.
So it's Sylvester and
Eduardo actually had talent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a shame.
Actually,
what
after
happened
that
to him,
horrific
to be fair.
accident, it kind of went
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almunia.
Nope.
No.
Sylvester and
I
Bentner.
can't believe you're not getting this.
So you're saying you're going to say Sylvestre, you're going to say Traore, and you're going to say Eboué.
No, not a buoy. I like the buoy.
You like the
Traore.
Eboué.
Yeah.
Traore was rubbish.
You're going to say
You
Clichy.
can't tell me you liked him.
No, not cliche. How are you not getting this? Right. One of them's on the bench and one of them's in the starting lineup.
We said them all, didn't we?
Well, you haven't said Thomas Vermaelen, which is what Nuno failed on.
Are you telling me you didn't like Vermaelen?
You didn't like Vermaelen?
Nothing
Oh,
wrong.
I rated Vermaelen.
And you, wait, you didn't like
There was nothing
Vermaelen, and
wrong
you're
with
rating this, and you're
Okay.
rating us, and you didn't like Vermaelen.
Vermaelen quality.
Guys, there needs to be a vote on Bobby here because Vermaelen was a decent player, right?
He was.
I think we're
He
going to
was.
have to vote
good.
vote Bobby
I
out.
rate Vermaelen.
Bobby?
No, I didn't rate him.
Okay.
He wasn't the best centre back we ever had, but Vermaelen on his day was actually a very
On his day, yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't enough for me. Wasn't
He
enough.
must have done something at Ajax because that could be the only reason.
There is.
I think he made one
there is
mistake.
other
I think he
stuff. There is other stuff
made
that
one
Thomas-
mistake in the Champions League. I think it was against Barcelona, and the fan base absolutely scathed him for it. I think it was in the Champions League game against Barcelona.
There is
I
more.
can't
I remember that.
what year it was, though. I can't remember what year it was, though.
Don't forget, I'm a Barcelona fan as well, so don't forget that.
And also,
there's
Wenger
no-
was trying to put a square peg in a
Who's the
round.
fourth one? Who's the fourth one? Then?
Traore.
Oh, of
Yeah,
course.
Traore.
Yeah. He was awful.
Brenny,
yeah.
there's always a fullback involved, remember?
It's always a fullback.
Yeah, I know. We should have. Yeah, I thought it would have been Sagna. You know what I mean?
No,
You know,
I like
I
him.
think
No,
it's
yeah,
Sagna.
Sagna
I
was-
think I would have kicked him off the stream, to be honest, if he said that.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Roll the
Right,
time over.
You know what I mean? I thought it was Sagna, you know, like he ain't no Lee Dixon.
Bobby, drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. You know.
I know.
Marlon, that's
Oh.
right. People in the comments. Is Bobby mad for saying Marlon? Let us know, please. because
My reason with Vermaelen, don't forget he was an Ajax player and a Barcelona player. Both of those are my clubs. So he's
So
done
what?
other stuff. It affects
So
me.
what?
Yeah, it
I'm the
affects
joy.
you, but not
No, that's
Arsenal,
what
because
matters.
when you have to think
we
about
care
him when he
what
was
he's
at
done
Arsenal.
We don't care about
Oh,
everywhere else.
dear.
It matters
Let's
to
do what
me.
he wants in your own. This is an
Oh,
Arsenal
God.
channel, Bobby.
I
Come
So
on.
don't give a
funny.
I still don't think he was that good at Arsenal. I don't.
I don't give a crap where our players come from. As long as when you start wearing the crest, okay, that's all I care about.
He didn't do enough for me.
Yeah.
He didn't do enough for me. He hurt
Oh,
us more than he
please.
helped us. Yeah, but that's the difference of opinion. That's my opinion. I'm not saying you guys are wrong, but you guys are saying I'm wrong, and that's
This guy picked Manuel Eboué over Vermaelen, and he's saying, Eboué.
Thomas,
He loves the
honestly,
boy.
there is. I personally would have preferred Thomas Vermaelen to be a little bit taller as well as a centre back. I don't.
So
think
what?
he
We
was
have to
tall enough.
stretch him now so you can be
Yeah, but
happy.
there was a few things that I had issue with Vermaelen. That's how I look at defenders. I look at them. They should be big and they should be. And for me, he was always.
Do you know what?
I always felt.
Do you know what? I get you on that, but with Vermont, that's basically like you're putting him in this machine, and then he could become Captain Belgium. You know what I mean? So he could be the super soldier.
How many last minute winners did he get?
Captain Belgium.
What did you say, Tone?
How many last minute winners did he get for us?
Mhm.
There was a few, innit?
But he didn't do enough.
Not for me. Not
Won
for me,
some
he didn't.
games.
Not for me, he didn't. There's a
Eboué did more.
There is an Arsenal legend that I'm not a great fan of, and I never enjoyed watching him play. I'm never going to say it on camera. I'll say it off camera.
Well, since Bobby's got this opinion of Thomas Vermaelen, that you must be talking about Philip Sendros. Because this is where it's going, right? You know what I mean? Like, am I close?
No.
Senderos was made to look good because he had Sol Campbell alongside him.
No.
That's really
It's
that's the
okay.
only reason.
Look, it's okay. We could all say. I mean, yeah, Glenn Helder, no problem. I get that.
Yeah, Glenn Helder. Oh, jeez.
Oh God.
Easy. I know why Brenny's done that because he knows I'm going to have headaches regarding Helder. Absolutely.
Oh God.
Bobby's still looking at his Shamak jersey that's sitting in the friggin'.
I didn't like him either. I didn't like
Shamak. I didn't like him either.
Shamak. And I know a lot of people do, and that's their opinion. But I just didn't personally like him. I thought he was crap.
Of course.
But that's my opinion. What's the formation? Sorry, Chris. Because it's always the home formation, always, no matter what. I think that Wenger had his high on Hulk. He had a high on a few players back then.
Yeah.
It
also didn't help.
Money.
It also didn't help as well that also Arsene Wenger was trying to put a square peg in a round hole by playing Vermaelen as a left back at one point in his career as well.
Yeah, good point.
There you go. There is so much. For me, I always have a balance of how many horrible games I remember.
Fullback thing again.
There you go. Yeah, I do. I can't stand watching a game where the fullback gives me a heart attack. I just can't stand it. It stays in my head. Big up, Chris, Bobby, Brenny, and everyone. Just to say hi. Oh shit!
He still calls me Benny.
Love you, Dermo.
He still calls me Benny because I've got the hat on, but it's not green. And I did watch Crossroads when I was a kid. So yeah, you know what I mean. It's like yeah.
I bet you have Blazing Squad playing in the background as well. Don't lie, Brenny.
Hey, hello to everyone there. Dermot is going to North London Derby as well.
Oh look, it's the Crossroads Motel.
Jesus, you guys are still alive. Yes, of course we are. Right, Chris is still on the team here. Helton Icon. No, sorry, Chris. Nope. Bobby doesn't give 10s, he said. Chris, I like behind like Liverpool for the league. We get in Champions League, and next season you watch and go. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say to that. Thank you, Chris, for doing that. Because literally perfect. Fabianski is still a car crash now. Bobby is like the John Jensen, the legend.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
trying to say Bobby. You're trying to say Bobby's corrupt. Is that what you're basically trying to say?
Yeah.
John is still at our club now, and he is a true legend. So yeah, big up to
Oh,
John.
he's scouting, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of our scouts now.
Yeah.
The way
When
Spurs
you go
defend,
1992,
it's
Ruth?
light work for Arsenal. Dermot, we have been a North London club longer than Spurs. You've only been a London club since 1965.
Facts.
It is facts regarding the border change and all that kind of stuff. But yes, right. Predictions. We'll start with Cole because he's currently now in the bottom screen on me for me now. So Cole, what are you going with for tonight's game, please, mate?
Three 3-1 after extra time.
No, Cole, why are you doing that to us? I knew you were going to do that. Don't do it.
I could just see Porto putting us through the mill, and it's going to get harder as the second half goes along.
Well, thankfully, we ain't got a game for 19 days after, so it's fine.
Yeah. Steve, what are you going with?
2-0. Clean sheet.
Okay.
Light work.
Bren?
I'm going 3-1 after 90 minutes. 3-1, 90 minutes. In 90 minutes.
Okay. Tony?
Okay, well, I'll be the ultra positive one then. Sod it. Going for a nice early goal, set piece, and then we're going to go on, win 5-0.
Okay. Luke's going for 2-1. Oh, Jesus Christ, Luke. What the hell? Arsenal 2, Porto, Arsenal win on penalties.
You got like another Amazon Prime thing or some shit. Like you want to make this another Amazon Prime thing. Like, you know, edge of your seat shit. Freddy Krueger, I'm out the back. Come on, man.
I ain't ready for that, I'll be honest.
No.
Geeks saying 4-1 tonight, 4-2 on aggregate. 4-0 at half time.
4-0 at half time.
Wouldn't even surprise me.
Geeks, I'll love that. I'll have no issues.
4-0 at half time. Remember what Carl said he's going to be doing? Hey, go boys.
Right, thank you ever so much for what has nearly been a 2-hour show. Really appreciate it. We're going to go around and find where everyone can be found. So we'll start with Cole. Where can you be found, mate?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, KB Arsenal Pats 32. My YouTube channel is down there, Gun Down UK. As if anybody knows of my previous issues I've been having recently, I'm only on my YouTube channel once a week. So I do a show now called Flammable Thursdays, which is like any other normal Thursday, except in these sorts of shows, somebody or someone's team gets twatted. And it's a half an hour show usually. And you'll also find me on a couple of other sites as well, on the Patriots Touchback podcast hosting. So yeah, you'll find me on Gun Down. And Date with Destiny, part 1. Let's do this. Let's show that we can actually beat these big European teams. Let's show it. Come on, Gunners.
Exactly. Steve?
Guys, look, if you're going to find me anywhere, it's maybe on the Armoury. You'll find me on Never a Foul as well from time to time. And on my channel, yes, I've been quiet, but I've been quietly working in the background. I am going to come back and start doing a few other shows. It's just time is a mongrel for me. So the Armoury is where you'll find me. Never a Foul is where you find me. And from time to time on my channel. You know what I mean? Maybe Instagram too. You know? Give me a poke. See what you get.
Oh dear. Anyway, Silver One, where can they find you, my friend?
Time is another thing. You will sometimes find me on here, if it's a daytime stream in particular. Otherwise, you can find me on X at Silver's Segments, where I'll just talk a lot of waffle there as well. So, yeah.
No, it's all right. Well, to be fair, Silver Segments today, we've still got 57 viewers right now. So yeah, big up to Silver Segments because that's where we've been streaming a lot lately.
No intro.
No intro for Brenny. No intro for Brenny.
Look at his face.
You can find me here on the Armoury TV. You can also find me on Instagram, and also you can find me on X. I'm going to be doing just a couple of great memories for with regards to tonight's game. And big up to everyone on the channel. Big up to everyone that's tuning in as always. Thanks for your support. And just to add, when Carl just mentioned Flamble Thursdays, he forgot to mention Flamble Thursdays on Spursday night. So yeah.
Clues in the name.
Sorry, that's my fault. My internet died
shit.
at the wrong time.
It's fucking hell.
This has been a lot of fun, I have to admit. It's been a great
it's been great. Oh, I love it.
Great.
Love it.
Guys, I will be back Friday night for the Chelsea Arsenal game, which is massive in terms of WSL. It's a must win for Arsenal. Also, I will be back this weekend. Now, I'm not even doing this as banter or anything, but I can't remember who Man United had got in the FA Cup on Sunday. But I will be doing that game.
Liverpool.
I can't remember who it was. For some reason. I can't remember who it was. But I will also be doing the Fulham Tottenham game as well on Saturday. That's a Premier League game, as far as I'm aware. Am I right in saying that? It's a Premier League game? Pretty sure it is.
What? No, what game was it?
Fulham versus Tottenham on Saturday.
It is. Yeah.
So I'll be doing that game on Saturday because obviously Arsenal are not doing anything.
Why are you putting yourself through that? Why are you putting yourself through that?
Because I am I do FTSN, so yeah, I'll be helping Dermot out with that one. But yeah,
we all know why. We all know why he's there. Come on, we all know why he's there.
Well, to be fair, I'll be streaming to his channel, so that's be right. But yeah, Dermot, I'm sure Dermot will come in tonight and try and wind me up.
We could be the unlucky musket.
Just spam the chat. Just
yeah. But guys, it's been a true amazing stream as always. Thank you, Cole, for coming on at last moment. Steve, thanks for surprising us as well with a lovely visit. Guys, we will definitely see you very soon. The next preview will be in about 2.5 weeks. Yeah, it's a long way. But
from Dubai, anyway.
Yeah, the Arsenal content won't stop there. We'll still do stuff. So yeah, we'll be back. Guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Speak to you later. Bye bye.
All the best.
Everybody.